This is an ABC News special report.
Good evening, I'm Sven Karomnes, ABC News, and today we're going to talk about how Spanglish has an increasing impact on our society. This emerging language has become fairly common over the past few years, be it on the streets of San Diego or even on television. Martin Reaver, our special reporter, will tell us more about it.
Good morning, everyone. World's famous TV show Game of Thrones is coming back in front of the scene with a brand new Spanglish audio version. George Martin explained in a previous interview that it really was important for him to translate this epic saga in Spanglish in order to show his support for the Mexican-American cause. The executive producer himself said that he had relatives living in El Paso and that he considered this new audio version as a tribute to his family. There has been some quarrels inside the HBO headquarters following George Martin's decision, and part of the team thought that it was a very personal choice and that the Spanglish version was absolutely useless as English and Spanish official audio versions already exist. Some other people said that the cost of this translation was too high as it required qualified translators in a language that is not even considered as official. But what does the Game of Thrones cast think about this new version? Let's find out and listen to Pedro Pascal, who portrayed the role of Oberyn Martell in the 4th season of HBO Game of Thrones. Martin River for ABC News. Wait, what do you think about the polemic about the Spanish version of Game of Thrones? Ha 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 ha. Well, personally, I do not really care about the ending of that quarrel. Maybe I should feel concerned as I got Spanish origins, pero no me importa mucho. You know, I grew up in a Spanish environment and I do not feel the need to watch Game of Thrones in Spanglish. I wouldn't say that it's a bad idea, but I wouldn't consider it as brilliant too. People who say that it would be very expensive for HBO should just think 1 second. Game of Thrones is the most seen series in the world. Nothing's too expensive for us.
We also have a testimony from someone who is confronted to Spanglish in his everyday routine. Let us listen to what he has to say.
So, hello sir. Could you please tell us what's your name, your function, and where you live?
Hello sir, my name is Hank Schrader and I'm a drug enforcement agent. I'm originally from Montgomery, Alabama, but I was offered a job opportunity a few months ago, which I accepted in El Paso at the Mexican-American border, so I currently live there.
Okay, so could you please tell us what sort of difficulty, problems you've encountered?
Well, most of my colleagues over in El Paso don't even speak English. They only speak Spanglish, which doesn't make things very easy for me. I have problems with understanding them and communicating with them. When we are on the field, it doesn't make things very easy when you can't even communicate with your partners. All this makes me think about the decision I've taken, and I'm currently thinking about going back to Alabama, where my wife and 2 children still live.
Well, I thank you for your testimony and I wish you the best for the future. And back to the studio.
To end with, even if there are some problems with Spanglish, there are still some positive things about it. For instance, in Douglas, the new mayor has been elected last week and his name is Javier Lopez. He's got some Mexican origins and grew up speaking Spanglish. Last week, at the outcome of the elections, he made a speech. Let us listen to him.
I want to thank you for voting for me. I promised that I would make your lives better, and that's what I'm going to do. Honestly, do you think that we, American Mexican citizens, are well integrated in America? Are we really living like normal American people? I don't think so, and I want you to get your place in this country, in our country. If we work together, nothing will stop us. not even the highest wall. I will make your conditions better. I will stop racism. You have to find your place within this society, within our society. Together, we're strong. Together, we will do it. Thank you.
So let's shift to the weather prediction. This winter should be quite sunny in the north, around here, but very cold in the south part of our country. It should be a sad winter and difficult 4 years to come. I hope you'll have a good evening. Goodbye. Martin River for ABC News. And watch out, winter's come.
For the latest video highlights, log on to America Online, keyword ABC News, or go to abcnews.com.